Matrixport founder Jihan Wu came out and said that the dissemination of the Bitcoin ETF FUD report was beyond our control. So I believe he's the Bitmain founder who makes ASICs, I believe over in China, and you can check me on that. But I believe he controls Matrixport, obviously, as well. At least, again, this is what the articles are saying. So I don't know this personally. This is what the articles are saying, so who knows? Trust but verify. And that sell-off over the last few days saying that the ETFs wouldn't be approved by Gary Gensler, the Bitcoin ETFs, it seems like for all intents and purposes, they're going to get approved right now, like soon, within the coming days. Could be today or the next few days. This is the big thing to remember, though. They're going to get approved eventually, whether it's 10 years from now or tomorrow. It doesn't matter. Bitcoin is inevitable. Bitcoin changes you. You don't change Bitcoin. This is what I argued with George Gammon about many times. This is what so many people don't understand about Bitcoin unless you've gone down the rabbit hole 100 plus hours, which is a lot to ask. That is a lot to ask. Now, do I think it's a lot to ask for you to trade your life away and know the asset you're trading it away for? No, I don't. However, I know the average person. I am an average person, and I know that it's a lot. There's a lot going on. People have jobs. They have the fiat mining, the fiat jobs they have family, they have children, they have grandchildren. It's hard. There's a lot going on. So it takes time to get through this. And as my father always says, pain is a great teacher. And we see the trucker convoys, we see wars breaking out, we see the number going up. That's pain of missing out, pain of the FOMO, pain of getting your rug pulled in a crypto, pain of getting your bank account censored. Those things are going to continue happening, and that's what's going to drive people in fear and greed the most into Bitcoin. Wall Street is some of the greediest people out there, the greediest profession there is. So you better believe that people are going to approve Bitcoin ETFs at some point. Bitcoin ETFs will be here because of the greed. So I think that's the most important thing to remember here, and just understand that is going to happen. It's going to happen whether any of us have anything to say about it or not in the next day, or it could be 10 years. But it's going to happen. They're going to get approved because there's greed, and human greed is going to rule the day, and they want their part of it, which is the smartest thing, just like the U.S. government should be in here. We don't want the technology itself to be scattered all around the world, in the sense that you want it to be decentralized like that, but you don't want the innovation. You want that inside America, or you want that inside your own country. You want it in Canada, or you want it, wherever you're from. You want that innovation on those next layers in Bitcoin to be where you are, and to help the people around you. Now, the beautiful thing about Bitcoin is it gives freedom, wealth, property rights to all 8 billion people, to everyone who plugs into the system. That's the beauty of it. Someone said something interesting, though, the other day, which is, there's a lowercase b and uppercase b when you talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, uppercase b, is the network itself. The mining, running the nodes. Lowercase b is the asset. The people that just hold Bitcoin, HODL, and stuff like that. Lowercase b, Bitcoin, the asset, is for everybody. The currency, the money, that's for everybody. But Bitcoin, the network, that's a different ballgame. That needs to be protected. That needs to be carefully thought out. Just like the Founding Fathers carefully thought out America and argued about it back and forth. And there was the maximalists and the people that wanted to change things and do things. That needs to be protected. And so it's two different ways, and two ways to look at Bitcoin, truly. And so the ETFs are going to happen. Like I said, don't worry about that stuff. All we need to understand is that by the snap of our fingers, a decision, not like 2 years of working out to get a six-pack abs, by psychologically changing how you think and just saying, I'm going to only use the money, I'm only going to save in a finite asset equal to my finite time, instead of using a currency, a liability that another man can counterfeit in their basement and then tax me on, the US dollar, yen, lira, peso. Instead of that, I'm going to make that change, and all of a sudden life starts changing for you. That's how quick it is. Pain is a great teacher, though, and people love misery. Misery loves company. Let's be honest. At the end of the day, it's too easy at times. That is almost too easy and people, what do you mean? It can't be that easy. There's no way it's just a switch at the drop of a hat. I'm not saying life just changes and we're like in heaven or utopia or something like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the incentives start to align themselves once humanity decides we're only going to use an equity-based money based in capital instead of a fiat debt-based monetary system. All the incentives start to align, and people start working in cohesion and harmony with each other. in a deflationary world where we get the benefits and the gains of all the technology and all the production, instead of a debt-based world where living standards go down, prices go up, and the gains only accrue to a few hundred people on the Forbes 400 list and some people in political power. It's two diametrically opposed systems. Do you want a political currency, which are fiat currencies, where a few at the top win, the Forbes 400 wins, or do we want a money for the people, issued by the people, issued by code that can't be changed, can't be censored, and distributes all of the gains, all the productivity gets distributed back down to the people, bottom up? Or do we want a top-down fiat political currency? That's the choice. That is the choice we have. So, Jihan Wu, Matrix Port, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't get caught up in the noise. Do not get caught up in the noise. Look for the signal. Please share this out. The algorithm hates truth. Question everything with boldness, even the existence of God himself. Trust but verify what I am saying, what everyone is saying. And this is not financial advice. It is freedom advice. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.